November 19th, 2022, 12:30 a.m. Tonight I want to talk to you all about the fruits of the Holy Spirit versus the counterfeit fruits of the flesh, or those lacking the Holy Spirit. I would like to start off reading you a verse that I believe shows the importance of this concept. So this is Matthew chapter 7, verse 15, or starting with this verse. So it says, "Beware false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Even so, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a bad tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Therefore, by their fruits you will know them." And so, this topic can be used to distinguish between people of the Spirit of God and people of the spirit of the enemy. And this is incredibly important because none of us want to be surrounded by ravenous wolves and clueless to that. It's very dangerous. And yes, so moving on from here, I would like to read to you all Galatians 5:22, which outlines the fruits of the Spirit that I'm speaking to you about, or defines them. So Galatians 5:22 and 23 says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law." And so again, these are love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. As I originally stated, there are these fruits of the Spirit that we just learned about, and there are their counterfeits. One thing I thought that was interesting, which is what inspired me to have this conversation with you, is a counterfeit fruit of the Spirit can be the opposite of the fruit of the Holy Spirit, but it isn't always. And there's more than one counterfeit fruit for each of the fruits of the Spirit, but there's only one fruit of the Spirit for that category. And I'll give you an example. So starting off with love, that's the fruit of the Spirit. There's no other replacement for love in that category besides love. However, there are several counterfeits that I thought of for love. And those are hate, lust, and passion. There's also indifference, right? So you've heard people before probably have said the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. Either one could be a counterfeit, so can lust and passion, but there's only the one fruit of that category of the Spirit. Continuing on with these fruits and counterfruits. So we've established some of the counterfeits for love. Next is joy. So true joy, just like all the other fruits of the Spirit, is not situational based. Joy comes from Christ, it comes from salvation, and if we have the Holy Spirit living in us, which we can only have once we're saved by Jesus, then nothing can steal our joy after we develop spiritually enough. And the devil will always try to steal our joy, but that's part of our spiritual maturation, is learning to be resistant to his attacks and stay joyful. Anyway, counterfeits of joy is therefore fleeting or situational based happiness, as well as misery. So those are two counterfeits that I thought of. Next, we have the fruit of the Holy Spirit, which is peace. And again, like joy, if we have the Holy Spirit within us, regardless of if we're actually in a war we can still be at peace. Its counterfeit fruits, or the ones I came up with, are excitement and numbness. And excitement's an obvious kind of opposite of peace. Being numb is a little different. And I came up with that one because the world will sometimes tell you being at peace can be, or that peace can be obtained through things like meditating. There's also an implication with like drug use, which is actually just numbing yourself out. So that's why I thought of that one. Next, we have the fruit of the Spirit, of the Holy Spirit, of patience or long-suffering, as it's termed in the New King James Version that I read to you. So the fruit of the Spirit with patience, its counterfeit that I came up with was instant gratification or impatience. So those are both more opposites of patience, right? Being impatient or instantly gratified. The next fruit of the Spirit is kindness. And the counterfeit that I came up with is seeming kind. So you could even add on to that seeming nice or kind while being mean. And that'd be the opposite of kindness, or the counterfeit to kindness that I came up with. So kindness, fruit of the Spirit, versus seeming kind. Next is the fruit of goodness. And the counterfeit I came up with, just like kindness, is seeming good. And then in parentheses I wrote, while being evil. Next, fruit of the Spirit is faithfulness. The counterfeits I wrote down were faithlessness and unloyal to God and everyone. The next fruit of the Spirit is gentleness, and for its counterfeit fruit I wrote down harmful or brutal, wants to hurt those who've helped them. Okay, I'd like to note this, that gentleness means wanting to help those who've hurt you. If you display gentleness, you want to help those who've hurt you. So again, to clarify, the counterfeit for that would be wanting to hurt those who've helped you. Finally, we have self-control. And its counterfeit would be unable to control oneself while trying to control others. So I'll put a picture of the diagram or the table I created. I think that'll clarify this a little bit. But yes, I believe these counterfeit fruits can be incredibly helpful in identifying sheep's and wolf's clothing. Not to condemn them, because we're not judges. Only God is the judge, but to protect ourselves from these people and keep them from destroying our fruits or trying to. Anyway, I hope that you gained something from this, and I hope that you have had a great week, and I will talk to you all soon. God bless you. Bye for now.